Hey everyone, Andy here with Mossy Creek Fly Fishing. Today is Monday, June 21st, and I'm going to be bringing you your fishing forecast for the week. So Brian is back from vacation, but out on the water today. He's been updating us all morning on conditions, and we'll get into that a little bit later. Start by talking a little bit about what we're going to see this week in terms of rain and the weather forecast. So really the week looks relatively clear. They are calling for a little bit of rain tonight and tomorrow morning, so we'll keep an eye on that. Right now they're only calling for 1/4 inch of rain to a 1/2 inch of rain, but the forecast has been changing daily, so we'll keep an eye on it and update y'all if anything changes as far as that goes. But the rest of the week looks nice, you know, pretty mild temperatures into the weekend, so hopefully the fishing will stay very stable. You know, if we only have a 1/2 inch or so of rain come through, it'll fill up our water table and everything will stay good. Your mountain streams will continue to fish well through the week, and the big rivers likely won't have much of an impact from that amount of rain. So let's start by talking about the mountain streams. They've all been in really good shape. The rain that we had a little while back has carried us through. Stuff is a little bit low and clear right now, but really for this time of year, the streams are in good shape. I was out last week fishing in Shenandoah National Park, and the water was clear, fish were spooky, so staying back from the hole is going to be really beneficial to you right now. Fishing the heads of pools and some of those wave trains coming down into the pools will be some of your best spots to pick up fish. In my experience, they were really heavily focused at the heads of the pools, you know, right where that plunge pool water comes down into it. You can get right up on those fish and you have a lot less of a chance spooking them. So getting a nymph down underneath of that, you'll likely get into some good fish, but there's also fish that are willing to come up in those whitewater spots and eat dry flies. So dry droppers are a great way to go up there. Fishing ant patterns this time of year is pretty hard to beat, but attractor dry flies, your bushy attractor patterns float really well. You can drop a nymph underneath of them, and you're sure to get into some fish on those. Now, moving on, we'll talk a little bit about the spring creeks. Mossy and Beaver are both in really good shape right now. Reports have been excellent from both. In the morning times, we're having tricos hatch, and that's going to be some of your better dry fly fishing of the day. As we move through the day, you could see blue-winged olives. Towards the evening, you may see some sulfurs or a green drake spinner hanging around, but we're moving out of that heavy mayfly season and starting into more of our terrestrial season now. We've been seeing some beetles out on the creek, but the fish are not really focused in on them yet. Give them another week or two, and they'll get more used to seeing those beetles and hearing them hit down on the water, and our terrestrial fishing will really start to pick up then through the rest of the summer. So we'll keep an eye on that and update you all as that progresses. But getting out in the mornings, fishing tricos, depending on the weather that we get, streamer fishing could be good if you get out there during the rain or if the water dirties up a little bit. Getting out with some streamers would definitely pay off, or dredging bottom with some heavier nymph rigs too. And then talking about the Shenandoah, the water is in good shape right now. It's still up a little bit. We had high water for most of the last week and muddy water as well, and that made our fishing a little bit tough. We weren't really able to get out on the river, but today Brian's out there this morning as well as a few other boats, and the river has cleared up substantially. It's very clear through our riffles and runs, and then the big deep pools and the back eddies are green but fishing well. They've been picking up a lot of fish this morning on your creelex and other bait fish patterns. The crittermite has also produced a lot of fish. So we'll watch the weather. If we get a 1/4 inch to a 1/2 inch of rain, that should all stay consistent. If we get a little bit more, keep an eye on the gauges and see if the river comes up much. But hopefully we'll continue to have pretty consistent fishing through the rest of the week, but we'll update y'all if anything changes on that. One other thing to mention is that as of June 15th, we don't need a trout license to fish in the state of Virginia up until October 1st. So if anybody out there has been wanting to get on a stream like Dry River where you need to have a trout license to fish it from October 1st to June 15th, you can go out there now and just have your Virginia freshwater fishing license, and enjoy what that stream has to offer. And same thing goes for our other stock trout waters. If you've been wanting to fish something but didn't have your trout license, now's the time to get out and explore and enjoy the fishing. So hopefully you guys have a great week. Thanks for watching. As always, give us a call if you have any questions. Keep an eye on social media. We'll update you throughout the week on any weather changes. But thank you guys, and enjoy the week and get out and fish.